heart is passion, but cosmetics are easier to buy. He's saying wrong. Throughout history, people have been using lead paint to lighten their skin, or crushed beetles for lipstick, or even used matches for eyeliner. But nowadays, people are more confident with themselves. They do a lot more experimenting, boys and girls, and they boost their own confidence as well as others. Now, most of you in here are guys, and so I'm assuming you don't wear makeup, and you also probably think it's really simple. I mean, how hard can it be to put a line on your eye or put some powders on your eye? But the girls in here know that it can be pretty difficult. Now, I've been doing makeup for the past 6 years, and I've loved experimenting with it. And so today I'm going to show you the preparation that it takes to do eyeshadow, the application, and techniques, the good and the bad. So I'm going to do prep first and the importance of it. You'll want to start with a clean base, and this will usually be done when you're doing your base makeup, such as your foundation, concealer, powder, all of that. But for time's sake, I'm just going to brush some concealer on my volunteer's eye. And this is to create a sticky base for the shadows to stick to so that they really pop. And then the difference between is kind of substantial. This is what it would look like with, and then without is kind of worse. So now that your eye is prepped and ready, you're going to want to move on to the application. I'm going to lightly set it so that it's sticky, but it's still able to easily be blended. And now you're going to want to start with the lightest shade, which is also a transition shade. For today's look, it's going to be a pink look, so I'm going to start with this one. But for many other eyes, you'd go with a brown one, such as this one or this one. And you're going to want to start on the outer corners of the eye, because most people just work inwards, and that's a lot easier for people. And you're going to want to start with the lightest shade, because it's a lot easier to fix light mistakes than it is to fix dark mistakes. And now you're just going to want to start with, or go in with your darker shades. And because today I'm doing a more winged out, elongated look, I'm just bringing it out past Paige's eyebrow, which ends here, the eyeshadow ends here. And then you move on to your darkest shade, and you're going to want to use a fluffy blending brush like this. You wouldn't want to use something like this because it would just be way too hard to do. And you just put that in your crease, and that's to create depth and more of not a flat look. And then while I'm still doing the eyeshadow, I'm going to move on to technique. And for most people, you're going to want to go with the face shape and the eye shape. And because I have a rounder face and it kind of indents like right here, because my cheeks are kind of big, I like to go elongated. But Paige has a round face and flat eyes, and they aren't deep set, and so it's going to look a little different than it does on me. And then you don't want to pull on the corners of the eyes like this, like most people would do it when they're doing eyeliner or they're trying to get an elongated look, because that'll create a thing that a lot of people don't want, and that's crow's feet. And the brushes are important because you won't want to use a small brush like this to do blending, because it takes way longer than it needs to. And you won't want to use one like this because of what I said before. You want to use one like this because it's just easier to do. And to get it to blend, you want to use circular window wiper motions, and this is created so that it's more blended. And so the technique, the application, and the preparation are all important to create an eye look that's good and that's desirable. And you just want to keep going in back and forth so that it's hitting all parts of the eye without making it white in some places, like right there. You'd want to put a shade like this one, just so that it doesn't darken the eye. You wouldn't want to put a shade like this one because that would make your eye look dirty and look like you got punched. And so once that's on there, because I messed up a little bit right there, I'll just blend it in and I'll move it out like that. And then for the under eye, because you want to pull the whole look together, you'll have your person look up or you look up and you put the color right under and connect it to the wing look like you made. Now to finalize it, you'd highlight. And I'll use this brush because it's easier to get into that small little area right here and also under the brows. I'm not going to highlight under Paige's eyebrows because she had a little bit of hair right there. And so normally, if you were wanting to highlight there, you'd either put the shadows lower or you'd shave the end of your eyebrow, which people don't necessarily want to do all the time. Now today, I showed you eye looks using the correct preparation, application, as well as do's and don'ts of technique. Now makeup can be challenging and hopefully you learn tips or you realize that it isn't as easy as you thought. Thank you to my volunteer and thank you all for listening.